Mustafiz, Afanur Rahman, Debashish, Faisal, Farzana. Farzana is also from marine discipline, isn't it? Is she from academy? Farzana, are you there?
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Assalam. Are you a mariner?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so of course you probably have left the sea as well, I think. Okay, Qazi Khalid Mahmood, are you here? Qazi Khalid Mahmood, are you here? Muhammad Yasin?
Yes, sir. Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Wa alaikum salam. What is your background?
Sir, I'm from Marine Academy, 44th batch, sailing as second officer.
Second officer, okay. And Mustafiz, he's not here. Yasin, Mr. Yasin is there.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Mustafiz Salam, sir.
Acha Mustafiz.
Artist shipping liners, chartering and operation department.
So you will be able to contribute in the discussion, I believe. So since you are already engaged in chartering business, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Tawheed is he? Then Pranay is also here. Krishna. Tawheed, are you here? Okay, some of you maybe just came on the line, probably is absconding or somewhere. Anyway, so let us let me just give a little brief on the chartering business. Chartering is what? Charter mane hire kora, তাই তো? Jo cargo owner, they have the cargo and they want to ship the cargo from the buyer's place to the seller's place, the seller's place to the buyer's place, or from one place to another place, and is looking for a ship, wherever it is. And the ship owner is also looking for cargo, isn't it, to transport cargo and earn some freight from the cargo. So if the cargo owner, normally what happens, if the cargo owner is not a ship owner, is engaged in trading or and after he sells a cargo, depends on the condition, at times the condition of the sale, whether FOB or CIF or CNF, depends on the terms of Incoterms. So one has to arrange the ship for transportation of that cargo. So what happens, since he hasn't got ship, he has to hire a ship from, and as a result, what he will do, he will, of course, he can get directly involved in chartering a ship, but normally it doesn't happen. So it goes through a broker. No. That's why chartering with a broker is very much interconnected. Broker মাধ্যমে সে যায় এবং ইনিশিয়ালি যখন সে জাহাজটা চাইবে তখন সে কি করবে, তার তো মেন জিনিস হচ্ছে মেন জিনিস হচ্ছে সে বেসিক কতগুলো ইনফরমেশন চাইবে। Okay, the broker যখন বাজারে যায়, broker is looking for a ship. If broker is not a ship owner, he will go in the market, in the maybe in the launch ship broker house or somewhere, or if you have a direct link between the broker and the ship owner, the direct offer will go to him, and he is going to find out what type of cargo to be shipped at the port of loading and port of discharging and expectation of freight, etc. And the broker will then ask for some particulars from the ship owners. The ship owner also will float in the market that a ship owner, unless he has a direct contact, he will go to the broker's market, he will put the ship in the international charter market with some basic details of the ship, especially basically প্রথমে দরকার হয় to ships particulars, okay, and ships type of ships, because the cargo depends on what type of cargo. If it is a bulk cargo, you look for a bulk carrier. If it is a liquid cargo, you look for tanker or LPG, LNG. If it is a dry cargo, you look for a general purpose ships or container ships. Depends on the cargo type, and accordingly you look for the ship that suits to pick up that cargo and offer to the ship owner or the charterer. So basic particulars that are given is, obviously you know that ships lane, braid, draft, dead weight, yard draft, because yard draft is important also. Sometimes the ship has to trade and sail under and trade to a place that has to go through under a bridge. That bridge overhead clearance for that yard draft is very important as well. And of course, loaded draft, light draft, etc., fuel consumption, speed, bunker capacity, fuel capacity, the crane থাকলে যদি geared vessel হয়, crane capacity, SWL. So basic কিছু জিনিস তার যেগুলো দরকার initially to fix a vessel, that information will be given with that initial offer on the market. Okay. And once he finds a suitable ship for that particular cargo, the broker will come back with that offer of to the ship owner for that particular cargo. Vice versa, it may be ship owner looking for cargo or the cargo owner looking for a ship, either of them. And they will get in touch and see if that is acceptable to the ship owner, or other vice versa, the cargo owner or the charterer. And then they will offer the, if it is a voyage charter, of course, it will be on the freight basis, and time charter, of course, it will be on the daily basis. Excuse me, just. Okay, so that's how initial the procedure follows. And of course, once they follow on the basic informations, then they will, of course, give a subject of the subject to completion of the charter party, which charter party they would like to adopt for the contract, and they'll refer to the charter party and negotiate further with the. But once they have a basic acceptance, that is, we call it the ship is fixed, you know, and then the rest of the contract, how it will go, it depends on the charter party. They refer to each other, they accept, and then they negotiate on the charter party clauses with certain amendments, certain omissions, certain deletion, whatever you call it, and certain addition of clauses if they both agree, and finally they will conclude the charter party. So charter party hoche is nothing but it is a contract between the ship owner and the cargo owner, or the charterer, in fact. Okay, and the charter and the ship owner, that is a contract of carriage. And remember, this is not the charter party is not a part of requirement under the Carriage of Goods Act by Sea. No, carriage of basis the charter party সম্বন্ধে কিছু না, bill of lading সম্বন্ধে ওখানে বলা আছে। অনেক সময় charter party-তে bill of lading issue করা হয়, provided that is a part of the contract. Now let's proceed. Okay. And basically, I mean, I'm sure that all of you are familiar with these charter parties. Now, let us call voyage charter party first, voyage charter party, and time charter party, and demise charter party, and contract of affreightment. Okay, contract of affreightment is more or less like a charter party, is a contract of carriage, in fact. So, but that applies to certain specific terms of carriage. We'll see what is contract of affreightment. But voyage charter, time charter, demise charter, you are all aware of it. So that is the three types of charter party, and the fourth one is contract of carriage. is a quasi-judicial like a charter party as well. And as I said, that once you agree with the basic type of ship and its particulars, detailed particulars, then you refer to a certain standard charter party. Okay, there are so many standard charter party forms are available. Mostly are produced by BIMCO or American Brokerage Association. They also have produced a lot of charter parties. Some charter parties are formed, issued by the company itself. Like Shell probably has their own charter party, and Exxon has their own charter party. So company has its own charter party as well. But most of the standard charter party are prepared by BIMCO. No, BIMCO সম্বন্ধে তোমাদের তো probably idea আছে. BIMCO is very one of the biggest, rather the biggest shipping association. It is a station in Norway, as you all know, and also is a member of IMO. They, especially with regard to the greenhouse gas emission, they have played a vital role in the IMO as well. So BIMCO is an organization, as I said, consists of ship owners, freight forwarding agents, shipping agents, okay, and then operators, ship managers, brokers, etc. So all of them are member of the BIMCO. And BIMCO plays a very important role in the shipping industry. They not only produce a charter party, and also they also work as an advisor, negotiating labor disputes, arbitrations, and so forth and so on. They also produce the journals from time to time, and it's they promote technical and contractual standardization of the different charter party as well. So BIMCO has a big role to play in the formulating the charter party as well. Charter parties and bills of lading, you all know that, but they are two different stories. Charter party is a contract by which you hire a ship, but bills of lading only deals with the cargo. That once you load the cargo, you issue a bill of lading that gives an evidence of loading of cargo and other criteria. Okay, so there are two different issues, but they are all both of them are contract of carriage. Bill of lading is also a contract of carriage, especially in liner terms. But when you issue a bill of lading under a vessel on time charter, especially if it is required, is in the clause of the charter party. Like if the Hague-Visby rule is one of the clause in the charter party, then of course the charter might ask the ship owner to issue a bill of lading along with the charter party. But in that case, one has to be careful that they are not inconsistent with each other. Okay. Bills of lading issued on the charter party, bill and charter endorsee. Okay, bill of lading in the hands of charterer. Okay, but only thing is the charter has to make sure, or the ship master has to make sure, if he's signing the bill of lading on behalf of the charterer, that the bill of lading terms and condition is similar to what is contained in the charter party as well. Okay, endorsee, you know that যেটা পরে আসবে এই কথাটা, endorsee হচ্ছে bill of lading যখন ইস্যু করা হয়, that means what, যে bill of lading পাচ্ছে, he is the owner of the cargo, but অনেক সময় ওখানে বলা থাকে যে non negotiable. Okay, তারপরে we'll discuss about that. So যদি negotiable charter party bill of lading হয় তাহলে endorse প্রশ্ন আসে, otherwise non negotiable হলে endorse করা যাবে না ওটাকে। Identity of carrier, of course, থাকে incorporation of charter party terms in the bill of lading, যদি থাকে এটা principal clause in time of charter party. What are the principal clause in time and charter party? That we'll look at it, how it is being done. তোমরা এটা দেখতে পাচ্ছ তো স্লাইডটা?
জি স্যার, দেখতে পাচ্ছি।
চার্টার পার্টি, আমি আগে লেট মি সি, আমি ডিমাইস চার্টার পার্টিতে আগে যাব না, ভয়েসে চাই আগে, তারপরে আইল কাম ব্যাক টু টাইম এন্ড দেন ডিমাইস চার্টার পার্টি। Of course, as we saw before, that there are mainly three types of charter party, and 4 types if we include COA as well with it. Okay. COA ke contract of affreightment ke charter party bola hoy because it is also contract of carriage in a way or the other. So voyage charter party ki hocche, it is the name voyage charter party is, it's quite clear that it is applies to a specific voyage from A to B. Okay, সেখানে একটা কার্গো যদি আমরা ক্যারি করি, and normally you know the maximum cargo carried on voyage charter party, they use the GenCon charter party. GenCon এর দুইটা charter party আছে, GenCon charter party which is a voyage charter party, and GenTime which is time charter party. Okay, but there are a lot of other charter parties, we'll see the list of it. Mostly যেটা খুব পপুলার হচ্ছে GenCon charter party. Okay, charter party মধ্যে there will be lots of clauses. তোমরা যারা এখানে চার্টার জাহাজ কাজ করছো কিংবা চার্টার নিয়ে কাজ করছো, তারা they will be aware of it. So voyage charter কি হচ্ছে যে the responsibility of the cargo owner is to keep the cargo ready for loading. That's all it is responsibility. Okay, if he has committed to voyage charter that I will 10,000 tons of X cargo plus minus 2.5% or 2.5%, depends on how you go about it. Same normally it is 5% plus minus bola hoy. That means if he has committed for 10,000 tons of cargo from A to B and made a voyage charter agreement with the ship owner, with the carrier, then he has to keep the cargo ready when the vessels meets the laycan and present the vessel within the time frame of the laycan, isn't it? Of course, before that, you have to notify the charterer that your vessel has come to the place of loading. Of course, the ship has to be seaworthy at that particular time. That means ready to sail and take the common maritime adventure at sea, face the peril of the sea, and with all fitness, total fitness, that the ship is able to sail as per the requirement of, again, seaworthiness, which is carriage of goods by sea as well. Okay, so that is the responsibility of the only the voyage charter party. The charter has to keep the cargo ready when the ship arrives within the time frame of laycan, and keeps notice of readiness, etc. Survey is done, etc. We'll see how these problems also arise, that if you miss one of the procedure in the business, like in voyage charter party, there is a laycan. Okay, see what is a laycan. So laycan এর মধ্যে আমি জাহাজটা নিয়ে আসলাম, নিয়ে এসে আমি বললাম yes, I am there. Okay, I'm here, notify the charterers or charter agent, and maybe you have also served the NOR, notice of readiness. Depends again the terms and condition whether notice of readiness is acceptable 6 hours after notifying the party, or it will be acceptable in the daytime, so and so time, before noon or afternoon. Whatever the cause may be, you have to follow that. And but you suppose you forget to, you notified everything, and the charters take the vessel in the berth. The surveyor comes and finds that the ship is not clean, or for example, then the dispute again arises. So for my saying is that, so you must make sure the ship is surveyed also, and the ship is ready to load the cargo, specific cargo that is agreed for. So that is very important, that you must not miss any of these procedures. So as well as giving a NOR, the ship must be surveyed as well, so that their surveyor, when they come, they cannot say this ship is not clean. So if that situation arises, there will be dispute again. So chartering business on a dispute high. Everybody is looking for flaws to blame each other and or the claim compensation or make liable to other party. However, ship owner retains control and management of the vessel. Okay, and that providing service through his master crew bears a risk of any delay. Of course, any delay, the ship owner will be responsible. But if there is a cargo delay, in that case, the charterer will be responsible, because in voyage charter responsibility is to keep the cargo ready, and also, of course, pay the fee against payment of freight. Okay. So ship owner, of course, if he has not placed the vessel within the lake and time, then of course there will be a dispute again, there will be claim. But in that case, there can be mutually negotiated and agree on a fresh lake and if it is possible. Charterer, what he does, pay the freight based on the quantity of cargo carried or a lump sum, irrespective of the time a voyage may take. So lump sum, in a sense, can be done so much of cargo or lump sum at taka debo kimba. It could be sometimes it is on a tonnage basis, sometimes on a cubic space basis, depends on the light cargo or heavy cargo. Okay, so freight is accordingly being negotiated, and which of course depends on the market, prevailing market, and etc. So charterer keeps the cargo ready, and after loading, he must pay the freight to the carrier, and that's all his responsibility. But other responsibility lies with the ship owner, okay, in the voyage charter business. So let me go to the time charter. Again, it's the time charter, means depends on the time. Ship owners remains possession and control of the vessel, but a charter responsibility is more than what is in the voyage charter party. If you see charter ki darkar assumes commercial operation of the vessel and bears certain cost with regard to the employment. যেখানে অনেক সময় এই বাংলার সমৃদ্ধি নিয়ে অনেক কথাবার্তা হচ্ছে, we don't know exactly what is the facts. If any one of you know, you can share with me. But that ship, somebody is blaming the shipping corporation for sending the vessel to Ukraine, or at that particular time when the ship went there was a trouble area, not war zone as such, declared by the underwriters, insurance company, or other authority, but it was a troubled area. Remember, in insurance times there is a clause that war zone or a troubled area, both have a similar effects. But the ship went there as a commercial operation of the vessel. The responsibility lies with the charterer. The ship owner remains control of the possessions of the ships. All right, technical responsibility, and to give the service to the charterer where the ship wants to go. That means keep the machinery, everything in order, ship technical requirements, certificates, etc. Excuse me. Hello. হ্যাঁ পাইছি মহিউদ্দিন, পাইছি। আমি 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 আজকে অফিসে এতে ইউনিভার্সিটি যাইনি, বাসায় ক্লাস নিচ্ছি একটা। তো এটা এটা আমাদের ফ্যাকাল্টির একটা নিয়ম আছে, প্রতি বছর একটা করে সেমিনার করতে, আউটসাইড কোনো এক্সপার্টকে দিয়ে। হ্যাঁ, আর ইন্টারনাল সেমিনার তো আমাদের প্রতি 3 মাস মতোই হয়, যে ছাত্ররা দেয়। তো দিস ইজ মেরিটাইম ল। ওকে, ভাষা এর মধ্যে কি কোনো পার্টিকুলার দিবে মানে আহ, তুমি লতে বললে তো ইজ এ হিউজ ব্যাপার, তোমার তো গলার পিছনে লেগে যাবে। তুমি যদি ওটার মধ্যে দুইটা স্পেশাল টপিক এ করো, পিএনএ ক্লাব নিয়ে বলো। হ্যাঁ, স্টুডেন্টের জন্য অফকোর্স, অফকোর্স। দেখো না, তুমি তুমি দুটা পেপার তৈরি করে 20 মিনিট করে, বললাম 20 মিনিট না, 40 মিনিটের টপিক, 20 মিনিট তোমার কোশ্চেন আনসার সেশন, ফার্স্ট সেশন, সেকেন্ড সেশন আবার 40 মিনিট, 20 মিনিট কোশ্চেন আনসার সেশন। 40-40-80 মিনিট আর কি, দুই পার্টে। হ্যাঁ, তো কথা বলতে বলতে 40 মিনিট কেটে যায়। হ্যাঁ, 40 মিনিট, 40 মিনিট প্রেজেন্টেশন, 20 মিনিট কোশ্চেন আনসার, যেভাবে তোমার কনভেনিয়েন্ট হয় আর কি, এবং ইন্টারেস্টিং হয় এই। আর যদি মনে করেন লতে দিবা, তুমি এবারও দিতে পারো, লতে 2 ভাগ করে। কোর্স অ্যান্ড সিভিক ম্যানেজমেন্টে আমাদের মেরিটাইম ল আমরা পড়াই, ইন্টারন্যাশনাল ল অ্যান্ড মেরিটাইম কনভেনশনের সাবজেক্টও আছে। তারপরে পোর্টসের তো, তোমার তো পোর্ট ম্যানেজমেন্টে সবই আছে, টার্মিনাল ম্যানেজমেন্ট, পোর্ট ম্যানেজমেন্ট, লজিস্টিক্স, various things are there. না, টিচার আমাদের তো নিজস্ব যারা আছে, যারা এখান থেকে পাস করে, মাস্টার পাস করে এখানে লেকচারে জয়েন করেছে, জুনিয়র ফ্রম মেরিন একাডেমি, 44 ব্যাচ, 42 ব্যাচ এরকম। সিনিয়রদের মধ্যে আমি একলাই আছি, আর কেউ নাই। আর ক্যাপ্টেন আরিফ আছে, ওয়েস্টার্ন মেরিনের ছিল। হ্যাঁ, 18 ব্যাচে আরিফ। হ্যাঁ, ওদের ওয়েস্টার্ন মেরিন একাডেমির কমান্ড ছিল কোথায়। হ্যাঁ, এটাই আছে আর কি। তো আমি তোমার সাথে কথা বলবো পরে, ক্লাস নিয়ে নি। হ্যাঁ, না, থ্যাংক ইউ, আই গট। না না, না না, ঠিক আছে বন্ধু। তো আমি আমি মনে করি ইউ আর ওয়ান অফ দ্য এক্সপার্ট ইন ইন দ্য দিস শিপিং সেক্টর। তুমি এটা নিয়ে কথা বলতে পারো, তোমাদের এটাকে একটা কেস স্টাডি করতে পারো, যে সমৃদ্ধি বাংলা। আচ্ছা, ওকে, ঠিক, ঠিক আছে, ওকে। হুম, 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 হুম। এগুলো তো ইন্টারেস্টিং সাবজেক্ট, থার্ড পার্টি ডিসপিউট গুলি কিভাবে সেটেল করা হয়। হ্যাঁ, ঠিক আছে, ঠিক, ফাইন ফাইন, থ্যাংক ইউ। তুমি টপিকটা আমাকে দিয়ে দিলে, এখানে আমাদের আবার সার্কুলেট করতে হয় তো, আমাদের লেকচাররাও থাকবে এখানে, ভিসিও থাকবে। হুম, ওকে, থ্যাংক ইউ। সরি ফর টেকিং ইউর টাইম। সো যেটা আমি বলছিলাম যে commercial operation remains with the charterer, technical operation remains with the ship owner in the time charter business. And that ship was under time charter. So এখন এখানে ওইখানে যেটা ডিসপিউট, again there is a possibility of dispute with the war zone, জাহাজটা ওখানে কেমন করে গেল, ওকে, in the troubled area বলো কিংবা war zone বলো। The ship, we don't know exactly what the charter party was. Even their hull and machinery insurance war clause থাকে না, normally থাকে না hull and machinery insurance, but that in normal circumstance it is not there unless the ship owner wants to cover the uh, war risk coverage. They will take it with an extra premium for that. So normally what I understand, it is not supposed to be there in normal circumstances, because nobody expected that there will be a war. But before the ship went there, অনেকে বলে যে charterers had contacted the ship owner and they have given them the concurrence that yes, you can go. That is also in writing or not, or that was ensured that there is what is coverage is there or not. We don't know. But so আমার বলার উদ্দেশ্য হচ্ছে যে এটা সম্পূর্ণ চার্টার নামটা আমরা গভর্নমেন্ট কখনো প্রকাশ করেনি শিপিং কর্পোরেশন হু ইজ দ্য চার্টার অফ দ্যাট শিপ funny enough what is happening also that is not that hasn't come anymore in the paper, is not followed up. So there could be some, the ship is total loss probably, and then of course the insurance matters will come in between to recover the money of the lost ships, and again whether the insurance clause is covering those kind of risk or not, still etc. So yet to see what is actually is happening. So আমাদের এখানে একজন ক্যাপ্টেন মহিউদ্দিন আছে, মহিউদ্দিন কাদের. He is a master mariner and also a barrister. He's practicing, probably all of you know him. He's practicing in Bangladesh High Court, and he's mostly dealing with this kind of matters, and also the P&I Club and arbitrations and court cases and admiralty court case against ships. In fact, we have asked him to, I was just talking to him, and he's going to present a paper to in our university in a seminar. So it will be interesting. Okay, so let's see, going back to again, assume commercial operation of the vessel and bear certain cost with regard to the its employment. And in time charter, the master responsibility is very peculiar because he has to look after the interest of both the ship owner and the charterer, and abide by all the rules and regulation and the charter party contract clauses, requirements. He has to obey the orders of the charterers, but again, he has to see, like in Bangladesh Samriddhi case, if he has been ordered by the charterer to go in Ukrainian port in that travel area, then what he did at that circumstance, why did he go there? Did he find out whether it is for the best interest of the charter and the ship owner, and whether he is being covered for that kind of risk in that particular area? This was the master's responsibility to ensure that. Masters, as you know, master had the right to refuse to go into, say, a travel area like that. Even the crew had the right to refuse to go, whether that was discussed with the crew or they were given extra remuneration for going into that area. So there are so many possibilities. Okay, pay hire for the charter period irrespective of the number of voyages the vessel may perform. That is their responsibility. And once the ship is given on charter, the charter hire is agreed by the ship owner, and who is to be paid always in 15 days in advance, as you know, and you have to keep on paying as you keep the vessel under your time charter period. Bears the risk of any delay. It's the charterer's responsibility, pays for bunker fuel, as you know, pays for port charges and cargo handling expenses. Okay, these are the responsibility that charterers bears in time charter, which is a little different than a voyage charter. Okay, voyage charter party, and demise charter, the demise charter is nothing but is like a time charter, which is for a longer period. Okay, basic difference is for a longer period. Like time charter party, you may have for 3 months, 6 months, mutually agreed for extension. But time charter, bareboat charter, maybe 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 7 years, sometimes leading to sale. In that case, what happens? The charterer, demise charter, the charterer becomes almost the disponent owner of that vessel for that particular time. Okay. So he is responsible for everything. He's the owner of that ship. As an owner, just responsible except যদি ক্যাপিটাল কস্ট থাকে, ব্যাংক লোন থাকে, সেগুলো শিপ ওনার তার পে করতে থাকবে। So that is ship owner responsibility. That they will not pay. Otherwise, the entire responsibility goes with the demised charterer during the period of the charter hire. Contract of affreightment. What is the difference? Is an agreement between a charterer and a ship owner agrees to transport a specific number of goods or a large quantity of cargo within a specific period of time. May be carried by any number of vessels belong to the company. So that means what it is happening, that if a shipper has got, say, 100,000 tons of cargo to be transported from Bangladesh to Dubai, for example, or Bangladesh to where? Malaysia. And they have made a contract with the shipper that the shipping company will carry this much of cargo in maybe in 1 shipment or 10 shipment, depends on the number of ships they have, and agreed upon by the party. They I'll give a 10 shipment. I'll carry this cargo 100,000 tons to within certain period of time. So that is contract of affreightment. The lump sum cargo in a specific period of time, ship owners will carry with the full responsibility of the ship owner itself. And they may not use 1 ship only, contract of affreightment. 1 lakh ton carry korte hobe. If he has 10 ships or 5 ships, he can use all of them and carry it by part. But if there is a requirement of 1 shipment a month, of course, you have to do that to fulfill the requirement of the contract. So that means it may be carried by any number of vessels belong to the companies. Doesn't have to be 1 single vessel. And what happens? Ship owner keeps the technical and commercial control and bears all the cost. And charterer ki kore? Pay the freight. So you can see the basic difference is here every controls is with the ship owner, and he has the flexibility to employ any number of ships or any ships, not a particular 1 ship, to take that car, as long as he carries that cargo with a specific period of time as per requirement of the lot in every shipment, he fulfills the contract. Okay. So he can also, if he doesn't have a number of ships, he can also subcharter ships or charter ships also to fulfill that contract of affreightment. Okay. So far, any comments?
No, sir.
No comments. What about Akize ja ache? Akize ke ache bollen, ki naam? Aki shipping e? Yes, Faisal ki naam sir? Akize je kache?
Sir, Akiza আছে স্যার, এখন মুস্তাফিজুর রহমান।
Mustafiz, are you there? Are you listening? Mustafiz, I can see he's present in the screen, but physically he's not there probably. I thought I will get some knowledge from him as well, because he's practically involved in the chartering business. Mustafiz, are you there? Okay, okay. Yes, is he there?
স্যার অনলাইনে ইয়েতে দেখাচ্ছে স্যার।
সেটা তো আমিও দেখছি।
জি স্যার, অফিসে তো হয়তো বা
ওইখানে নাম দিয়ে চলে গেছে নাকি? Mustafiz was an important student in this place. I think all of you would have liked to know from him what is really happening. But, Maybe he's doing his job, is it? Okay,
Maybe he engaged in some other job, sir.
maybe he's
Engaged in some other
yeah,
job, sir.
some other job. হ্যাঁ, আমাকে ভিসি বলছিল এটা কি অনলাইনে নেবেন না ফিজিক্যালি নেবেন। আমি বললাম না, এটা সব জাহাজে চাকরি করে, কেউ বাইরে থাকে, কেউ এখানে থাকে। At least we let us do this part of the session by online. So this is what happens that even online you don't get we don't get all of you and attending the session, but it's unfortunate. এত ফ্যাসিলিটি দেওয়ার পরেও লাইনে যে না থাকে কেমন করে হয়? Okay, so chartering different type of cargo being transported by ships, and different type of chartering business are there. You can get dry cargo or bulk cargo, liquid cargo, gas, LNG, LPG gas, charter party, whatever it is. So different kind of cargo are being transported by ships, and you need different type of specialized ships for to carry that cargo. That you have to understand, and you know. So dry cargo charter party, liquid cargo charter party, gas charter party, bulk charter party. So there are different charter party as well to follow as a consequence of carriage contract. So time charter party in the dry cargo business, you can see bulk time charter party is also one of the charter party, and it has been produced in 1909, and then it went through a lot of revisions from time to time. The last one issued in 2001. I don't know the latest, probably is that one. So New York NYP charter party, New York Produce Exchange, which is in fact produced by both BIMCO and American Association of Shipping Association, AMAS, American Association of Brokers Association. And that was initially was produced in 13 and then went through a lot of amendments and name. And now it is called also ASBA Time Charter Party. ASBA হচ্ছে American Association of Ship Brokers Association. Okay, ASBA Time, Association of Ship Brokers Association. So and then the Gen Time, as I mentioned that GenCon Charter Party used for mainly voyage charter party, and Gen Time is used for time charter party. We'll see many more time charter party there. There are BIMCO charter party, there are company charter party, and so on and so forth. Voyage charter party, apart from this charter party, there are many other charter parties that we'll have a list at the end of the session. Multi-purpose charter party, GenCon revised, and that just remember GenCon and Gen Time, the difference is only the con and time. And this is the last one, was produced in 1994. It's also produced by BIMCO. No, most of them are produced by BIMCO with the cooperation of American Bureau of Shipping Shipping Associations. Multi-firm charter party, commodity charter party. There may be a lot of charter party and commodity charter party. Some features of older charter party firms. এটা বলার উদ্দেশ্য হচ্ছে যে এগুলা why this has gone through amendments, because of change of phase of time, change of type of ships, change of type of trade. Different laws are coming into effect at different time, and some shippers or charterers, they argued that this charter party is more supporting the ship owners then the cargo owners or the shippers, or the charterers. So that was one of the allegation, or not allegation rather, it was one of the concerns expressed by the various shippers and charterers. Insufficient, comprehensive, requiring many additional rider clauses, not adaptable to modern commercial life. So the reason for these changes is basically this. And rider clause, you all know what is rider clause. Rider clause হচ্ছে যখন মেন চার্টার পার্টি নেগোশিয়েট করা হয়, চার্টার পার্টির মধ্যে যেসব ক্লজ গুলো স্ট্যান্ডার্ড চার্টার পার্টি ফর্মে যেসব ক্লজ গুলো আছে, তার মধ্যে কোনো জায়গায় যদি কোনো কিছু মতানৈক্য হয় between the charter and the ship owner, then they negotiate and do some kind of corrections or additions. সেই কারেকশন গুলা চার্টার পার্টির ফর্মের পাশে ডান দিকে লেখা হয় যে কি কি চেঞ্জ করা হয়েছে, অ্যামেন্ডেড ক্লজ ওয়ান সো, ডিলিটেড ক্লজ ওয়ান সো, ওটা ডান দিকে এটা এক্সপ্রেস করা হয়, লেখা হয়, সেটাকে বলা হচ্ছে রাইডার ক্লজ। সো এনি অ্যাডিশনাল clause to bringing the amendments to the existing clause or addition to the existing clause is written on the side of the main charter party beside the respective clause is called rider clause. Okay, so that you should understand the rider clause kake bole. আমরা চার্টার পার্টির ক্লজ গুলো নিয়ে পরে আলাপ করব। এখন
يا من